Alright, so I am back, and today we're going to be looking at part of the Dormammu wave from the Marvel Legends Doctor Strange wave. So, this was one of those sets that I sat there and I was like, I don't know if I really want it. With 8 figures in the wave, I really didn't want to spend $20 a piece. That would be $160 for the set. And I didn't want the whole set. So, I'm at the store. I'm looking for other Marvel Legends because they're all on clearance, if you remember from my last video, at $9 a piece for the majority of it. And while I was there was this other guy. He was buying some Legends too, and me and him kind of got together and basically split the wave. And he didn't need the Dormammu, was the big thing. He was more into the movie figures. So all in all, this whole thing cost me $45. And I am really happy with that purchase. $45 for this set. That is great. Anyway, we're going to move these things to the side. And we'll look at these things one at a time. I was going to wait to put the Dormammu together, but the guy had already put parts of it together, so I just was like, whatever. Because he had purchased some, and then I purchased the rest, and we just kind of split it up. Alright, so this thing, I don't know who this is. I don't know what this is. I don't know anything about this character. The goth chick, apparently. Head looks like it's on a hinge, but it's not. Oh, there it goes. So hinge, swivel, pretty good face sculpt, I think. You got the shoulders, hinge up, down, hinged at the elbow. There's a swivel at the elbow, swivel in the hand, wrist hinges. There's the ball joint diaphragm. The skirt is a floating piece that keeps, on mine anyway, it kept popping up like that. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. Ball jointed hips, legs swivel, bicep swivel, or thigh swivel, double bend knees, boot swivel, foot hinges down and tilts. Yeah. For me, this is an easy pass. The guy just didn't want it, and so I took it. So, whatever. Yeah. 1 out of 10. I don't even care. Alright. Next up, we got Doctor Strange. He comes with these little bits saying, here that, I'm casting magic. We've already looked at this figure, so we're not going to focus. The main difference is that he comes with the cape this time. This is the same Doctor Strange that came with the Hulkbuster set. So, put his head back on. So yeah, pretty much the same exact figure. So all in all, it's a good figure. If you missed it, now you can get it with Dormammu instead of the Hulk, and he's got the cape. So all in all, I'll give it a 6 out of 10. So yeah, and I'm happy I didn't have to buy any of those damn movie figures. All right, next up. This is one of the figures I wanted out of this set, and this is Brother Voodoo. Reason why I wanted him is because he teamed up with Moon Knight a few times, and it was pretty good. So he's got the, this is just the jack-o'-lantern, a retooled jack-o'-lantern broomstick. So, yeah, there's that. The head ball joint hinge down. I think this is I want to say the Daredevil body. It's the same as the Doctor Strange, so you get the ab crunch, disc hinge shoulders, bicep swivel, double bend elbows, wrist swivel and hinge, waist swivel, hips are on the ball joints, thigh swivel, double bend knees, boot swivel, and foot swivel. All in all, really good figure. I'm not a huge fan of him, but it is one of those like, oh yeah, I remember him from this comic and this comic, so might as well get him. I think he was turned into a zombie at one point. So anyway, I'll give him an 8 out of 10. I think he's a pretty good figure. Good addition to the set. Next up, oh, the girl comes with this extra hand here. So, yeah. All right, next up we'll look at Dormammu. Saving the best for last here. So this thing is really cool. Head is on a ball joint. It's all clear plastic with the face painted on. Looks great. Once you get the head on, this thing doesn't move too much, but before you get it does swivel a lot. Arms swivel in and out, hinge up and down, bicep swivel, single bend elbow, wrist swivels and hinges. You got the ab crunch, waist swivel, and then up in here you got the ball jointed thighs. The soft plastic cape kind of limits that. There's a thigh swivel, double bend knee. Again, you don't get much out of it because of all of this stuff. Boot swivel, foot hinges very slightly, and there is a rocker in there. All in all, as far as the Build-A-Figure goes, I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10. I think this thing is incredible. Definitely worth the purchase, especially at a $45 price point. If I spent $160, had to deal with all those movie figures, and then got this guy, I would probably give this a much lower score. But as it is, it's great, and I'm going to put it on the shelf standing behind my Carnage. If you remember the original animated Spider-Man, or not the original, the 90s animated Spider-Man, Dormammu was the one that basically set up the creation of Carnage in the cartoon. So I know that is nowhere near what happens in the comics, but for me, that's good enough. I'm gonna put those two together because I like that idea. But anyway, awesome figure, really great. I love it. I recommend it if you can find it by itself, especially, and you don't have to buy all the other stuff. I'm so happy that they didn't do that stupid looking movie one. I went with the comic book version. This made my day. Yeah. Anyway, moving him off to the side, and then we go to Iron Fist. This is one I was really looking forward to. I did not find it at the store that I wanted to, that had the $9 figures. I found it a couple miles away from that. It was like I got everything but him in that deal with the guy, because they didn't have him at this Walmart, and so I drove down the road and I found him. He was 15 instead of the 9, so that's still not too shabby. But yeah, anyway, so he's got these glowing fists that attach onto his regular fists. But anyway, head, ball joint, hinge up and down, left, right, looks great. You got the, I think this is a Spider-Man body, so you got the butterfly joints, disc hinge shoulders up, down, bicep swivel, double bend elbow, wrist swivels here. You can see he's got, looks like some black, almost like a black bone cast behind this yellow clear plastic, which looks great. Ab crunch, waist swivel, hips are on ball joints and out, up, down, thigh swivel, which doesn't seem to be working on this leg. Double bend knee, no boot swivel, but you got the rocker, extreme rocker, and tilt. Saving him for last because I think this is the best Iron Fist we've gotten. I was not a huge fan of that the white one that I had. And then he also has these bandaged up fists that have wrist swivel and hinge. So I'm actually, it's like, yes, I know he's the Iron Fist, and you know his fist is supposed to be glowing and such, but I also really like that look. Of the, like, you know, yeah, I really like that look. I do. Yeah, this is great. I like him a lot. I love the fist options. Either one is really good. But yeah, I think I prefer the bandaged up ones. All in all, I'm going to give him also, and let's see if we can put these on here too. And you can. So, I'm probably going to do like one glowing fist and one regular fist. But all in all, I'm going to go ahead and give him a 10 out of 10 as well. If nothing else of this wave, get him. If you can get the Dormammu, I would definitely pick him up as well. Brother Voodoo, like I said, he's good. Obscure character, but he's good. And then Doctor Strange, if you don't already have him, pick him up. But if you already have him, there's nothing new really to write home about there. But all in all, I think it was a pretty good purchase for $45. Even if you just go with these two figures, that's just over $20 a piece, and these guys are, you know, I mean, it's a Build-A-Figure. Those things are expensive. So, anyway, I guess that's it for this one.